Yeah. Alrighty.
In order for good sports to prevail, coaches, students, athletes, and fans must display respect, fairness, honesty, and responsibility before, during, and after all athletic contests. We encourage fans and enthusiastically support their team, recognize outstanding performance of opponents, and always distribute their sportsmanship in their words and actions.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Trustmark Arena, where we're here for tonight's game between your Montevallo Falcons and the West Florida Argonauts. I'm Aiden Golden. So last time out, the Falcons won their game at Christian Brothers University, 74-70.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Trustmark Arena for tonight's contest between the University of West Florida Argonauts and your University of Montevallo Falcons. At this time, we ask that you please join us as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We're here at Trustmark Arena again for tonight's game between the Montevallo Falcons and the West Florida Argonauts. Last time out, the Falcons won at Christian Brothers University 74-70, shooting 22 for 64 and was 18 for 23 at the charity line. Snodgrass went for 16 points in that game, shooting 4 for 7. Steger also going 12 points and 3 for 9 in that game. And Eastman showing up with 11 points and shooting 3 for 7. Currently, your Montevallo Falcons are ranked 7th in the GSC Conference. Their opponents tonight, West Florida, their last game coming off a loss against Valdosta State, 56-60. Shooting 19 for 49 overall and 14 for 18 at the charity line. Jacqueline Jernit went 16 points in that game, shooting 6 for 10. And then Miss Jaden Langford, 14 points, shooting 4 for 5. And then Zoe Pillar got 10 points, 4 for 10 shooting. Your starters for tonight's game, starting with the visiting side. Number 1, Jacqueline Jernit. Number 13, Jaden Langford. Number 14, Haley Luttrell. Number 4, Mariah Taylor. And number 44, Zoe Pillar. That is a tough line for them. And for your home team, Falcons, number 14, Leisha Steger, number 21, McCarley Northway, number 33, Michaela Edwards, number 4, AK Eastman, and number 5, Marissa Snodgrass. Some of the keys to tonight's game is to continue feeding the offensive machine that they have been having in these last couple of games. Having 3 different players go into double digits last time out against the Bucks. And in that note, we have to remember that so far this season, in that first half of play, the offense has been slow to start as West Florida wins the tip-off and drives straight down into the basket. And a shot off for a 3 and misses, and Steger gets the rebound. But they have to get this offense firing off very early. As we've seen all season, it's very slow to get started. And come later into the period, they find the rhythm. And finally, they have to keep the intensity up and going each time they're out to play. As you see, Eastman with the steal over to Steger. Steger drives in, puts it up for a layup. She misses. Rebound collected by Marissa Snodgrass. That's a shot off by McCarley Northway for a 3. McCarley Northway with a 3. And as I said, the Falcons need to get this offense firing early, and already McCarley Northway making her name known right now, shooting off a 3. Falcons are 3rd most in 3 points made actually in the GSC. As no foul is called there, and that's Zoe Pillar. She tried to just get it out to someone, and she just lost it. But there was a 3 there by Haley Luttrell, and she missed. Over to Marissa Snodgrass, down low to Leisha Steger. Leisha puts it up for it, 2, and she misses, but she gets it right back, puts it back up, and then misses. Leisha Steger will not go without a fight, and she puts it up in for 2. Steger making herself very known last time out, getting 12 points, was 3 for 9, and was 5 for 7 at the charity line. Falcons are 2nd in free throw percentage this year. And yet again, the Falcons get another steal, and it's McCarley Northway now driving into the paint. She passes out to Snodgrass. Snodgrass for a 3, and just off the front part of the rim there. That's another thing. As number 1, Jacqueline Jernett tries to lay it up on a fast break, but she misses. And Pillar will draw a foul here.
Personal foul number 21,
McCarley Northway drawing her first personal foul of the game. But that's another thing. The Falcons are 3rd in turnover margin and assists for turnover ratio. Falcons are 7th in offensive production in the conference, whereas their opponents are 5th in offensive production. They have some of the top rebounders as well as like Jacqueline Jernett, who is right here covering Snodgrass. And she's being doubled up. She tries to pass it. She passes it down low to Northway, and she loses control, and that will be collected by Mariah Taylor, but go out on the Falcons. So far, scores 5-2 after the Argonauts gained a chance to go to the free throw line. Jernett with the ball. She gives it off to Taylor. Taylor now gives it back to Jernett. Pillar sets up the block. And Jernett loses control, and the ball goes out on the near side over there. It will come Falcons ball, and Northway will be on the inbound. Eastman with the ball. Eastman also making herself known in last time out. Stolen by number 14. Haley Terrell tries to put it up, and she does not make it, and Mirna Moltbaker gets the ball. Gives it off to Snodgrass. Now over to Edwards. back to Oldiker, and then over to Eastman, back to Snodgrass, down low to Edwards. Edwards drives in, tries to put it up, but it's stuffed by Jeanette, and Taylor has ball, and Jeanette drives in, lays it up, in for two, and in. And just like that, the Argonauts are back in this, just down by one early here. The trail gives it back to Taylor. Taylor is one of the top in assistant turnovers in the conference. This West Florida team is first in combined team rebounds, both offensive and defensive. We're going to have a jump ball here. Or no, we will have a get a shooting foul here, and it will go the Argonauts' way. We're going to see some substitutions here as Savannah Cook comes on for the Falcons. And for the Argonauts, Langford comes on, as well as Jennifer Andrew. Jennifer Andrew, an old familiar face here at Trustmark Arena, transferred to West Florida this past season. And Zoe Pillar, clean so far at the charity line, and she is 2 for 2, it seems. Maybe even more, probably 4 for 4. She passes it down low to Steger. Steger tries to drive in. Dumps it down low to Snodgrass, and Snodgrass draws a foul. Maddie Griffin getting her first personal foul of the game for the Argonauts. And Marissa Snodgrass will step up to the charity line. She was 5 for 6 in the last game against the Christian Brothers Buccaneers, and she makes her first one. As I said, offense needed to get firing off early in this game, and that's exactly what happened, but the Argonauts slowed down and corrected themselves and have put themselves back up ahead just by one now as Snodgrass made her second free throw. And the Falcons are playing tight defense, it seems here, trying to keep that intensity up. And Grimes knocks it out of Luttrell's hands and out of bounds. And Griffin will come on the inbound here near press row. She's going to check it into Pillar, and Pillar hands it right back. Griffin passing over to Langford. And it's going to be the Falcons' ball on the inbound and gets it out. And Grimes gets it over to Eastman. And then playing a back and forth game here with Andrew. As West Florida Argonauts are also playing tight defense. Steger from deep in the corner, and bang! Steger from the corner with a 3. And just like that, the offenses on both teams are starting to show themselves early here. Griffin drives in, gives it over to Andrew, and Andrew is able to lay it up in for 2 after Steger and Griffin go down together. And Snodgrass tries to run in and give it a layup, but she draws a foul. Haley Luttrell will get her first personal. Now coming into the game for the Falcons is number 21, McCarley Northway, and checking in for the Argonauts is Jacqueline Jernett. Number 4, Mariah Taylor. And number 3, Shania Johnson. And also for the Falcons, number 23, Chloe Johnson checks into the game. Snodgrass makes her first free throw. And she misses her second. As the ball went over to the far side of the court there, 3 different players trying to jockey around for it. Luttrell tries to pass it down low, and she's disrupted, and then gets the ball back over to Mariah Taylor. Now over to Johnson. And Shania Johnson lays down a 3. Snodgrass now with the ball, being double covered. Gets it over to Grimes. Grimes tries to get to Steger, and it's knocked up into the air. And Argonauts collect it. Taylor over to Jeanette. To Luttrell, down low to Andrew. And Johnson with another 3, and she misses off the front edge, and Grimes is there to get the rebound. She's all by herself, no one with her. She steps in, lays it up, in for 2. All by herself, Isabel Grimes makes the move and gets it in for 2. Andrew now at the ball. Pass it over to Johnson. Johnson back to Andrew. Over to Luttrell. Luttrell with a 3 and in. Haley Luttrell with a 3 there for the Argonauts. Score 12-16. 2:05 left here in the first period. Grimes with the ball. Gives it over to Northway. Northway pulls up, shoots a 3, and in. Swish. A clean swish by McCarley Northway. Northway popping off a couple of 3s here. She is 2 for 2 on 3s. Jeanette with the ball over to Luttrell. Luttrell with a 3, and she misses, and Northway gets the rebound. Johnson over to Northway, over to Snodgrass. Snodgrass pulls up, shoots a deep 3, and she misses. And Luttrell is there to get the rebound for the Argonauts. She gets it over to Taylor, and Taylor misses, and they get it back to Taylor. Over to Luttrell, then over to Jeanette. And now over to Johnson with the ball. Down to Andrew. Shot clock at 5. She loses control, and it's Steger there to get the steal. And Isabel Grimes now with the ball. Over to Steger, over to Snodgrass. Back to Northway, over to Steger again. Grimes over to Northway, over to Johnson. Johnson with a 3, and she misses. Falcons are showing off those most 3s made, with Northway having 2 already. And just missing that one completely. And ball just bobbled around, and then finally Grimes picks it up. Now she's driving down into the paint. She makes a move back and gets it over to Grimes, or over to Snodgrass. So Snodgrass can now set up the offense with just 10 seconds. She throws it over to Northway. Over to Steger. Steger from the corner, and she misses off the rim, but Snodgrass gets the ball. And there will be a foul on Jacqueline Jernett. Isabel Grimes will be on the inbound. And checking in for the Falcons is number 2, Jordan Parker.
Number 2, Jordan Parker.
Just 2 seconds left here, ladies and gentlemen. She passes out to Snodgrass. And Snodgrass lost control. And that will be the end of the first period. Your score, 15-16 in favor of the West Florida Argonauts. It's work. Hey. So, into the first period, ladies and gentlemen, and some of your stats so far. Falcons are 5 for 18 on shooting, 2 for 8 on threes, and 3 for 4 on free throws, as it will be the Falcons' ball checking in. Northway, so far, leader in scoring in this game. She is 2 for 2 on threes. Out to Parker, and then over to Eastman, over to Johnson. Johnson now trying to find a shot. Shot clock winding down. Snodgrass tries to do a hook shot and then loses. And Zoe Pillar there to get the ball. And she gives it off to Johnson and over to Taylor. Mariah Taylor is the conductor of this offense, and that's a shot off by Langford, and she misses just off the edge of the rim. And Johnson gets the rebound. Eastman now with the ball as she drives into the zone. Edwards passing it down low to Snodgrass, and Snodgrass was trying to get it out to Edwards, and it goes out off a Argonaut and will be Falcons ball on the inbound on the far side there. But McCarley Northway leading in some of the stuff here. She is 6 points, 2 for 3 in field goals, 2 for 2 overall with threes. With the ball, Snodgrass gets it low to Parker. She does a little jumper for 2 and she misses. And Langford there to get the rebound for the Argonauts. And she's driving in, pass it over to Johnson. Johnson for a 3, and she misses. And the rebound collected by Eastman. Eastman now driving down into the zone. Gets it over to Johnson, over to Snodgrass. Eastman now with the ball. She fakes, she drives in, pass it back to Snodgrass. Snodgrass makes a move over to Parker. Parker for a 3, and she completely misses the backboard there. Argonauts with the ball. Over to Johnson. Over to Jenner. Langford with the ball. Over to Taylor. Taylor drives in, tries to lay it up in for 2, and she misses. But Pillar gets the rebound and puts it back up in for 2. Zoe Pillar, another big name for these Argonauts, and Taylor gets the steal. She drives in and lays it up and in for 2 for the Argonauts. As I was saying, Pillar, another big person for this Argonaut team. 6th in scoring, 5th in rebounding, and 3rd in field goal percentage. Eastman with the ball. She passes it over to Edwards. Edwards fakes, makes a move out to Parker. Parker for 3, and she misses off the back edge of the rim. Taylor. Over to Langford. Langford drives in. Out to Pillar, and Pillar puts it up and in for 2. As now the Argos offense is firing off. Falcons have to calm down and figure something out here to get back into this game. Edwards with the ball. Over to Parker. Parker drives in. Puts it up for 2, and she misses off the backboard. And we're going to have a personal foul here on Michaela Edwards. Checking into the game is McCarley Northway, Miriam Oldiker, and Alicia Steger for your Falcons. Same lineup, it seems, except for 2 substitutions for the Argonauts as Griffin and Andrew come on. Andrew now with the ball. Gives it off to Pillar. Pillar trying to find her opening. She drives in, gives it out to Luttrell, and now Luttrell over to Langford. Langford moving into the paint, lays it up and in for 2. Over to Snodgrass. Carly Oldaker with a 3, and she misses completely. Something they're just not finding the basket, it seems here. Gary Van Atta. Falcons missing 4 in a row, not hitting the rim at all from the free line. As Zoe Pillar making herself known on the West Florida side, as she is leader in points over there with 8. 2 players with clean 2s. 2 players with clean 3s. And Zoe Pillar is clean from the free throw line, being 4 for 4. Falcons have to find something here. Down by 9 points already, with only 6:15 left in this second period. And on the inbound was Jennifer Andrew, and she gets it out to Griffin. And Griffin telling her to go. She was just walking. Griffin now drives in, trying to make moves. Over to Andrew. Andrew making moves, and then Langford drives in, out to Luttrell. Luttrell with a 3 and a clean swish. Clean swish by Haley Luttrell for 3. And the Argonauts now find themselves up by 12. Snodgrass with the ball. Over to Eastman, over to Steger. And Steger's pass just a little bit too high for Snodgrass. And they lost control. And Griffin falling hard onto the floor. She's slow to get up. But Pillar now with the ball over to Langford and then back to Griffin. Griffin setting the pick and roll. Pillar and Langford gets the ball and lays it up in for 2. As now the lead grows by 13. Northway with the ball over to Snodgrass. Snodgrass pulls fake. Over to Eastman, over to Oldiker. Now Steger with the ball. Gets it to Snodgrass again. She dumps the low to Northway. Northway makes a move, puts it up, and in for 2. McCarley Northway again. McCarley Northway. Also leading scorer over on the Falcons side of the table. Langford with the ball, gets it over to Griffin. Griffin makes a move, steps back. She shoots up with a jumper and puts it in for 2.
Griffin.
Maddie Griffin driving in. Eastman tried to make a move, and Pillar smacks it out of her hand, but will also draw a foul there. Now on for the Argonauts is Mariah Taylor and Shania Johnson. Snodgrass on the inbound for the Falcons. Out to Eastman. Eastman gives it to Snodgrass, Steger, then over to Edwards. Michaela Edwards checking into the game. Down to Edwards. Edwards. Michaela Edwards drawing a foul there. Foul on Jennifer Andrew there. First personal of the game, and now Snodgrass again on the inbound. Gets out to Eastman. Eastman dumps a throw to Northway. Northway tries to put it up for two awkwardly and misses. Now Mariah Taylor with the ball over to Johnson. Back to Taylor. Taylor for a three, and she misses, but Jacqueline Jernit there for the rebound and puts it back up in for two. Edwards with ball, passing it down low to Snodgrass. Out to Steger. Steger drives in, tries to lay it up in for two. She gets the rebound and then loses control. And she tries to get it over Snodgrass before she is fouled by Mariah Taylor. Now on for the Argonauts is number 21, Kyra Stuble. On the inbound, Snodgrass again. Gets it back out to Eastman. And Eastman just barely goes out of bounds. And it will become Argonauts ball. Taylor, for the Argonauts with the ball. She gets it over to Andrew. Andrew over to Johnson. Tries to pass it down low to Andrew, and she misses, and Edwards gets the rebound. Steele, and now Steger with the ball. And Steger a little bit confused, hearing Marissa Snodgrass right behind her asking for the ball. She passed it down low to Northway. Northway tries to make a move, lays it up, and in for two. For Carly Northway, ladies and gentlemen. She is doing something amazing here. She's 2 for 2 on threes and 3 for 5 overall in field goal percentage. And a big commotion here on the sideline as the whole bench for the Montevallo side asking for travel. And nothing called, and Jernit able to just lay it up in for two. Gary Van Atta complaining for a travel with the ref. And Jernit gets her hand up in there, and it goes off her fingers and out of bounds. We're going to see four Argonaut players check into the game, as well as for your Falcons, number 34, Savannah Cook. Checking in for that. And on the inbound is Marissa Snodgrass, and she gets out to Eastman. Eastman over to Steger, over to Savannah. Savannah Cook with a three, and swish! Savannah Cook steps up in coverage and pulls a three and makes it. Jernit with the ball for the Argonauts, gets it to Zoe. Langford with the ball. Pillar tries to set the pick and roll. Out to Luttrell. Luttrell with a three and swish. Haley Luttrell showing herself to be the big scorer. And Savannah Cook drives in and lays it up for two. Savannah Cook now trying to help her Falcons get back in this before the half. Pillar with the ball. Gets it back to Jernit. Jernit pulls for a three, and she misses. And completely missing several people, and Griffin gets the rebound. Jeanette with the ball. She steps back, gives it back to Griffin. Over to Langford. Griffin, shot clock at 5. Johnson with a 3. Oh, that was Luttrell. She missed. Ball jockeying around up in the paint, and finally the Falcons get it. 40 seconds left here in the second period. Snodgrass with the ball. Over to Steger, over to Edwards. Edwards passing it down low to Savannah Cook, and Savannah Cook misses. And now Griffin with the ball. Gives it back to Langford. Langford trying to drive in. Pillar with the ball. She drives in, passing out to Luttrell. Luttrell for 3. And she misses, and Steger gets the rebound and gives it off to Snodgrass. 10 seconds remaining. Snodgrass drives in, lays it up, and off for 2. And now Luttrell pulls, shoots a running 3, and she misses as time runs out. So your score going into the half, 38-24 in favor of the Argonauts. Some of your leaders going into the half. McCarley Northway making herself very well known with 10 points, 4 for 6 overall, and 2 for 2 on threes. But the storyline is that the Falcons down big here going into the half. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Trustmark Arena, where we're about to get started in the second half. Your score, 38-24 in favor of the West Florida Argonauts. That first half, as I stated in the beginning, before the game even started, the Falcons have to find a way to get their offense going early and keeping the machine that they have on offense. As we saw last weekend, or last time they were out. And so far, the big story is McCarley Northway is making herself very well known, as she is the leader in scoring out of all the Falcons. She has 10 points. She's 4 for 6 in field goals and 2 for 2 on threes. Following her is Savannah Cook with 5. She's 2 for 3 and 1 for 1 for threes. West Florida 100% from the charity line. They're 4 for 4 as they find themselves up, and we're underway here. Mariah Taylor with the ball, gives it off to Jacqueline Drenette, over to Langford, back to Drenette, over to Taylor, and down to Pilar. She mishandles it, and Langford gets it back. Taylor over to Drenette, and they lost control, and A.K. Eastman slaps it out of bounds over there on the West Florida bench. And Gary Van Atta calling for a travel, as he's very clearly stating she walked. Drenette drives in and lays it up in for 2. Over to Snodgrass. Snodgrass with the ball. Over to Steger. And over to Edwards. Edwards sitting there trying to find an opening. Eastman with the ball over to Steger. Steger down low to Northway, and her pass stopped by Pilar. And Langford drives in and tries to lay it up in for 2, and she draws the foul. She will go to the charity line. Lisa Steger drawing the personal foul there, her second of the game. And Langford's first free throw is up and in. Steger, another big leader for the Falcons, as she has got 6 rebounds so far in this game. Snodgrass with the ball, dribbling, makes a move, cuts back out. Over to Northway, over to Eastman. Eastman dumps it low to Snodgrass. Snodgrass drives in, passes it back out to Northway. Northway fakes, drives in, lays it up for 2. She misses, gets the rebound, then tries to dribble it, and it goes up in the air, and she loses it. Jump ball, and it will be Montevallo's ball, as Snodgrass ripped it out of Langford's hands. And Eastman gets the ball. Falcons have to find something here as they're down big. Steger does a little jumper, and she misses. No one there to get the rebound except for Jacqueline Drenette for the Argonauts. Pass down to Zoe Pillar. Pillar just drives in and lays it up in for 2. Zoe Pillar going to the charity line again. She is the leader on free throws tonight for the Argonauts, as she's 4 for 4 at the charity line. Can she keep her record clean? A little confusion here as they are resetting the clock to 8:04. And Pillar up and in for her first one, and is clean, keeping her perfect record at the charity line. Northway now with the ball over to Eastman. And now Snodgrass with the ball over to Eastman. Now over to Northway. Northway loses control and gives it to Edwards. Snodgrass again, passing it down low to Steger. And Drenette swipes it out. Northway was wide open in the paint and puts it up in for 2. McCarley Northway again getting points for the Falcons as Pyler with the ball, and she lays it up in for 2. And now this lead for the Argonauts has grown from a mere 12 to 20 as the Falcons are down 46-26. Langford drives in, tries to get it to Pillar, and Pillar loses it at the back end. Falcons will be on the inbound here. Savannah Cook comes into the game for the Falcons, as well as Miriam Oldeker will come into the game. Eastman on the inbound for the Falcons will give it off to Snodgrass. Falcons have to find something here on offense. They started off very well in the first half, firing on all cylinders, but have now found themselves making small, tiny mistakes that are costing them very big here. Mariah Taylor now with the ball. Set up for a pick and roll. Passing it down low to Pyler. Zoe Pyler again. A force to be reckoned with, Zoe Pyler. Falcons got to find a way to stop her on offense. Eastman was wide open on the far side, and she steps in to drive and pass it out to Snodgrass, and Snodgrass over to Edwards. Edwards now with the ball. Over to Eastman, over to Snodgrass. Down low to Edwards. Edwards driving in. Pass that to Savannah Cook. Savannah Cook for a 3. Swish! And Pyler, recognizing game, gives Savannah Cook a little tap on the back, saying nice shot. As Savannah Cook is also seeming very clean on her 3s today. As Mariah Taylor takes a shot and loses it, and it's flung back in by Jernette, who was on her A game trying to get it, and Edwards down low, and they pass it to her, and up and in for 2. Michaela Edwards was out in the open down low in the paint, and they pass it right to her, and she steps back and laid it up in for 2. Taylor with the ball. She loses control, but Snodgrass will be called on it. And now checking in for the Falcons is Isabel Grimes, and for the Argonauts, Jennifer Andrew, Maddie Griffin, and Shania Johnson. Shania Johnson will be on the inbound and gets it out to Griffin. Northway up to 12 points now. She is 5 for 8 on field goals and 2 for 2 on 3s. Latrell with the ball over to Griffin. Griffin just tosses it up as they were almost out of time on the shot clock, but now refreshed. Griffin with the ball. She steps back, gives it over to Johnson. Now over to Latrell, back to Johnson. Johnson step backs. Shot clock at 4. Andrew was wide open for a jumper, and she puts it up in for 2. Savannah Cook, as I said earlier, is clean on 3s as well. She is 2 for 2. Oldeker with the ball. She passes it down low to Savannah Cook. Out to Grimes. Grimes fakes. She drives in, passing it back to Cook. Back to Grimes. Trying to work it around, make some movement. Snodgrass drives in. Tries to lay it up, and she misses. And Jernette now gets it off to Latrell. Latrell over to Griffin. Jernette down to Andrew. Andrew tries to drive in, and she is fouled by Marissa Snodgrass as the ball went out. Marissa Snodgrass. That's her second personal, and we will have a media timeout. Score 50-31 in favor of Argonauts. 4:24 left here in the third period. Your top scorer so far in today's game for your Falcons, McCarley Northway, the standout out of all of the players. She has 12 points. Carly Northway, someone that's more known for her defensive side and rebounding, showing that she's another offensive weapon on this team. And for the Argonauts, they got 2 people in double digits. Zoe Pyler, though, is the standout, as Shania Johnson with another corner 3. By Zoe Pyler for the Argonauts, making herself known. Savannah Cook with another 3. Savannah Cook, ladies and gentlemen, is so far 3 for 3 on 3-pointers today. Puts her up into double digits now at 11 points. Her and Macaulay Northway showing that they are 2 people to be reckoned with, but Zoe Pyler again is finding herself ways to get open and put up points. She is at 17 now. Savannah makes a move, makes Zoe miss, and then Snodgrass got the rebound over to Grimes. Grimes makes a move, steps back, 3, and she misses, and Pyler there to get the rebound. Score 34-55, up by 21 now. Johnson with the ball, steps in, steps back, over to Griffin now. Griffin dribbling. Shot clock at 10. She drives in, lays it up, and in for 2. Maddie Griffin just walked right in and laid it up in for 2. And tried to get it out to Savannah Cook, but Pyler gets the steal out to Maddie Griffin. Maddie Griffin for 3, and swish. Maddie Griffin, Zoe Pyler got the steal and then got it out to Griffin, and Griffin fired off a 3. Pass down to Steger. Steger drives in, tries to lay it up in for 2, and she missed. And Shania Johnson got the rebound. And now she's driving, and number 21, that's Kyla Stuble, and she just walked right in and laid it up. As now the lead for the Argonauts is growing even more with just under 2 minutes left to play, 34-62. And Steger will draw a foul on Jennifer Andrew, the former Falcon. Some substitutions coming in. Carly Northway checks back in, as well as A.K. Eastman. And also checking into the game is number 22, Sarah Strohmeyer. And they try to pass out to her, and Savannah Cook is there to scramble it up. McCarley Northway steps back. She drives in, lays it up, and in for 2, and drawing 1. McCarley Northway again making her presence known, as Jacqueline Jernett will get the foul there, and McCarley Northway will step up to the charity line. It's her first time up to the free throw line. She will get 1 free throw here, and it is up and in. McCarley Northway staying clean on most of the shots today. She is 6 for 9, 2 for 2 on threes, and now 1 for 1 on free throws. As Griffin just walking right in and try to pass it over to Haley Luttrell, and it goes out of bounds. And we come Falcons ball. As Eastman running over there, get the ball in the back corner of the arena. Snodgrass on the inbound and gives it to Eastman. Minute 45 left, 37-62. Gives it off to Snodgrass. Snodgrass with a 3, and swish. Snodgrass with a deep 3. Lead now cut down to 22. Still a big deficit to overcome with just under a minute 30 and a whole nother period still to play. As they try to pass it, and went off Sarah Strohmeyer's foot, and now they get to lay it up in for 2. That was Shania Johnson. Eastman with the ball over to Snodgrass, over to Savannah Cook. Savannah Cook pulls up, shoots a three, and swish, but there's a offensive foul, and that takes away that three, and that's going to be on McCarley Northway, it seems. And Gary Van Atta asking if Savannah Cook's shot was still good. As he's saying the whistle was after the shot, and the ref asking if Gary wants to challenge it. And we may have a challenge here to see, and Gary Van Atta will challenge the call as he says the whistle was blown after the shot was made. So we will go to the replay here to see.
Hey, justify the fact that it was an illegal screen too while you're at it.
So refs will check the footage here to see if there was an illegal screen, as well as if the whistle was blown after the shot was made. Don't know if we'll get a replay ourselves, but we will hear from the refs here pretty soon. Some of the stat lines so far: Northway, 15 points so far. McCarley Northway having herself a day. She is 6 for 9 on shooting, 2 for 2 on threes, and 1 for 1 at the free throw line. Another big name as well, Savannah Cook. She checking in to the game very late in the first half and made 2 threes, and then comes back in the second half and makes another clean three, as she is 3 for 3 and 4 for 6 overall for shooting with just 11 points. And then on the other side for the Argonauts, so the refs say there's no shot and the foul will still count. So the ref says that there was a foul and the ball was still in her hands when it was committed. So shot will not count for the Falcons, and it will go on the inbound for West Florida. And Shania Johnson there on the inbound, gets it over to Langford and then back to Johnson. And Maddie Griffin now running down the court. Just 50 seconds left here. Langford with the ball. Gets it over to Jeanette. Back to Griffin. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Over to Jeanette. Johnson. Luttrell just throws it up. Haley Luttrell, as the shot clock was going off, just heaved it and made it miraculously. And McCully Northway there was trying to put it up for a layup, and she missed. And now Griffin running down in and lays it up and misses. Ball dribbling off a couple of the players. And now Langford has the ball, and she tries to drive in and throws it up. And she did not make it. 5 seconds left. Eastman with the ball. She walks in, tries to put it up in for two. And Langford will be called on a personal foul. Gary Van Atta preaching over here, and Savannah Cook tried to get off a quick shot, and she fell down over here on the Falcons side, and Van Atta complaining that she was shoved down to the ground. And Gary Van Atta getting teed up over here will get a technical foul. the Gary Van Atta and the head ref going at it here near press row, as he was called on a warning, and then one of the other refs calls a technical on him. And as we saw, Savannah Cook limped off the court and is over with the athletic trainer, making sure she is okay. And Gary Van Atta still chirping over at the refs. And now finally returning to his bench. And Van Atta still chirping as he now sits down to talk with his players. As he's firing them up, down by 27, and slams the clipboard onto the chair. Hopefully the Falcons find themselves a reinvigorated spirit after their coach getting fired up himself. So 10 minutes left to play here. Fourth period about to get underway. And Haley Luttrell will have an uncontested free throw, as the foul will be committed and applied to the start of the fourth quarter. And Luttrell will get 2 free throws here. Head ref talking with press row here. Luttrell steps up to the free throw line, shoots, and she misses her first free throw. And Luttrell, her second is up, and that one is good. On the inbound is Langford. She's going to check it in to Mariah Taylor. And Steger gets a steal on a fast break. And she tries to lay it up in for 2, gets a second chance and puts it in. Lisa Steger, right at the beginning of the fourth period, making her defensive self known, and gets the steal, goes off on a fast break, and then gets the second chance rebound and puts it in. And now Falcons trying to play tight defense. Jernette fakes a 3, gets it off to Taylor. Setting up a pick and roll here. Over to Langford now. Down low to Pyler. Pyler misses, puts it back up. She keeps shooting, and she will draw a foul. Zoe Pyler will go to the free throw line here and get 2 shots. Zoe Pillar, her first one is a miss. And now she will step up to the line for her last one. And her second one is up, and it is out as well. She misses that one as well, as it popped up out of the basket itself. Over to Eastman. Eastman's wide open for a corner 3, up and off the back edge of the rim, but Snodgrass collects it for the rebound. Over to Steger. Steger fakes, passes it back over to Eastman in the corner. Steger now over to Snodgrass. Down low to Eastman. Eastman tries to put up a jumper, and she misses as she was blocked. And now she's trying to play defense and smacks it out of bounds, and will be Argonauts ball. Macaulay Northway coming off, and Jordan Parker checking into the game. That was Langford on the inbound and gets it off to Mariah Taylor. And Edwards tried to get a hand in there and steal the ball as well, but it goes off her hand and out of bounds. McCarley Northway sitting on 4 personals, ladies and gentlemen. She's on the verge of being fouled out. Over to Luttrell. Luttrell with a corner 3 and in. Haley Luttrell sitting in the corner tonight, making threes. Zoe Pyler blocks the pass, and it went just by Miriam Oldacre's head, almost hitting her, and Zoe Pyler instantly running over to make sure she was okay. And Edwards on the inbound gives it over to Eastman, and now over to Steger, over to Snodgrass. Back to Edwards, back to Steger. Trying to move the ball around and find a shot as Eastman tries to drive in, and it's poked away. Now Jeanette driving down into the lane, and she gets called for travel. And Gary Van Atta raising his hands in excitement, saying finally. And now Edwards over to Snodgrass. And Zoe Pyler will draw a personal foul. Zoe Pyler getting her first personal, it seems, of the game. Score is 42-71. Pass into Eastman. Back to Edwards. Edwards tries to drive in. Back over to Eastman in the corner. Corner 3, and she missed. And Seeger was trying to get it, and it goes off of Jacqueline Journeau, and will be a Montevallo ball. And checking into the game is Sarah Strohmeyer. Passing it into Eastman. Back to Snodgrass. And now Strohmeyer over to Parker. Trying to create some ball movement here and get a shot off. Shot clock at 10. Over to Steger. Shot clock at 5, Parker. Shot clock winding down. Steger's got to get a shot off here. She just heaves it, but it will be a shot clock violation and will now be West Florida's ball. Pass into Mariah Taylor. Mariah Taylor gets it over to Jacqueline Journeau. And Jacqueline just throws it up for a 2, and Jordan Parker gets the rebound. And now Marissa Snodgrass with the ball. She drives in, loses control, and regains it. Now with the ball. This is Lisa Steger draws the foul and will go to the line for 2. Well, she will get 1 free throw. Coming on for the Falcons is Isabel Grimes. Lisa Steger will step up to the line for 1 free throw here. It's up and it's in. West Florida now with the ball. Luttrell. Over to Journeau. Down to Pyler. Back to Journeau, who's wide open. And air ball is a 3. Now Snodgrass with the ball. Over to Grimes, over to Strohmeyer. Over to Steger, Steger fakes. Over to Parker. Parker drives in and just hook shots it, misses, and that ball will go out of bounds and be Falcons ball. Inbound will be here, over here near the Falcons bench. Giving it to Marissa Snodgrass, now over to Steger. Shot clock. Runs in and just lays it up and misses, and Journeau will get that one. Now Taylor with the ball. Jano just wide open for another three and swish. Jacqueline Jano was wide open and makes that three. And Marissa Snodgrass running in and will lay it up in and will draw a foul and get one free throw.
Team foul number 3. Substitute for Montevallo, number 33, Michaela Edwards.
Now coming on is Michaela Edwards.
Number 5,
Marissa Snodgrass will step up to the line and shoot for one. And she makes that one. Now coming on for the Argonauts is number 2, Maddie Griffin, and number 3, Shania Johnson. Haley Luttrell now gives it off to Maddie Griffin. Maddie Griffin loses control as Snodgrass was swiping it out of her hand, and then she tripped and fell. And now over to Chloe Johnson in the corner, and she shoots a three and miss. And Pyler was sitting out there in the open as she got the rebound and laid it up in for two. And now Isabel Grimes over to Parker, over to Strohmeyer. Sarah Strohmeyer dribbling in, steps back, makes a move, back out to Grimes, over to Snodgrass. Parker with a three, and swish! Jordan Parker making a three. Janot drives in, lays it up, and she misses. And we will have a foul here. Foul will be on Sarah Strohmeyer. And subbing in is Miriam Oldiker. Stepping up to the line for West Florida is Jacqueline Journeau. And that one is up, and it's a miss.
Block out! Bell, block out!
And Jacqueline Journeau steps up for her second. It's up and it's in. Now checking in for the Argonauts is Jennifer Andrew. Parker checks it into Grimes. Parker over to Strohmeyer. Edwards pulls up, shoots a three, and swish! Michaela Edwards pulls up in coverage and shoots a three and swish. Score 54-77, just under 5 minutes to go. Trail, and it's passed down to Andrew. Andrew loses control but regains it, and she drives in, plays it up in for two, and it misses off the rim, and Strohmeyer gets the rebound. Grimes now with the ball. She drives in, making a drive into the basket and gets and draws the foul. Grimes was driving in and drew the personal foul on Maddie Griffin. And we will have a media timeout. When we come back, Isabel Grimes will go to the charity line for 2 shots.
On the floor, on the floor.
It will be on the floor. Your score, 54-77. Some of the stat leaders, McCarly Northway, 15 points, shooting 6 for 10. She is on the bench for now as she is in danger of fouling out. She has 4 personal fouls. Savannah Cook, another big person who stepped up to help somewhat lower this big point deficit. She is 3 for 3 on threes. And Snodgrass is 4 for 5 at the charity line. On the other side for West Florida, Zoe Pyler making herself very well known as she is a offensive force to be reckoned with right now in this game. As she is at 19 points, shooting 7 for 10. Another big name is Haley Luttrell. She's at 18 points. She's shooting 6 for 12, but is 5 for 10 on threes, as we saw at one point, the shot clock was winding down, and right as it went off, she just heaved it, and it went in miraculously. And Zoe Pyler also, another big stat line, is 5 for 7 at the free throw line. And Grimes will get it in to Oldeker. Oldeker trying to drive in, makes a move, throws it up, and misses, but she will draw a foul and will go to the free throw line. Miriam Oldeker will step up to the free throw line for 2.
Shooting 2 for Montevallo. Number 20, Miriam Oldeker.
And Oldeker will step up to the line for her first 2 free throws. And the first one is up, and it's a miss. And the second one is up and in. Jacqueline Journeau over to Maddie Griffin. Gives it to Shania Johnson. Over to Latrell, over to Journeau. Griffin tries to fake down low. Journeau again. Now to Andrew. Back out to Griffin. Griffin makes a move, drives in, over to Andrew. Andrew was wide open. Does a jumper, misses. And Grimes is there to get the defensive rebound. Isabel Grimes passing it over to Miriam Oldeker, over to Parker, and then over to Chloe Johnson. Back to Grimes. Parker now with the ball. Back to Johnson. Johnson trying to move the offense around. Passing it down low to number 32. Katie Moore. And Katie Moore makes a move, drives in, and lays it up for 2. Now the deficit just at 20 with 3:30 left to play. As they lost control, and Parker gets the steal as the ball was just rolling on the ground as Maddie Griffin lost it. And Grimes dancing around her. Now Oldeker with the ball. Oldeker drives in, does a hook shot, misses, and Latrell gets the rebound. Over to Journeau. Down low to Andrew. Andrew drives in, lays it up backwardsly for a 2. Grimes over to Parker. Over to Oldeker. Now Chloe Johnson with the ball. Back to Jordan Parker. Jordan Parker shoots a deep 3, and that's off the back edge of the rim, but Oldeker there to get the rebound. Now she passes it down low to Katie Moore. Katie Moore steps, drives in, puts it up, and in for 2. Katie Moore now checking into the game late, making herself known, as she has now gotten the ball and managed to drive just straight to the basket and lay it up in for 2. And now Maddie Griffin with the ball with 2:21 left. Journeau over to Griffin. 7-5 on the shot clock. She drives in, makes a person miss. Over to Andrew. Shot clock at 1. That is going to be up. And refs are saying that they got the shot off. Down low to Katie Moore. Katie Moore is going to try to drive in. And a personal foul will be on Jennifer Andrew.
Personal foul, number 0, Jennifer Andrew, her 3rd personal.
Falcons will have the bonus, and we'll go to the free throw line is Katie Moore. Checking in is Langford, Pyler, and Taylor, as well as number 21, Stubley.
Shooting 2 for Montevallo, number 32,
Katie Moore will step up to the line to do 2 free throws, as this one is up, and it's just off the front edge of the rim there. She's going to step up to the line now for her second free throw. It's up, and she misses that one just short, but Oldeker there to get the rebound. She tries to put it up and misses. And Langford gets the rebound. And now Taylor with the ball. Over to Journeau, down to Pyler. Pyler drives in, lays it up, and in for 2, and also draws a foul. Zoe Pillar.
Personal foul number 32,
Katie Moore
First personal,
getting the first personal foul of the game.
UWF number 44.
And Zoe Peller will go up to the free throw line, and she makes that one. Score 59-84. Grimes with the ball. Down to Moore. Moore tries to drive in. She shoots and misses. And now Taylor with the ball. She tried to get it to Langford, and Oldiker had her arm in there and tried to get it out, but now Taylor has the ball. She gives it to Pyler. And Langford now with the ball. And now checking in for the Argonauts is Jenna Gallimore, as well as number 10, Hannah Williams. Andrew over to Gallimore. Now to Pyler. She tries to get a shot off and misses. Oldiker over to Grimes. Grimes. Oldiker tries to shoot a three, and she misses off the back edge. And Andrew, no one's got full control of the ball. And it's going to be a jump ball. And it's going to be Montevallo's jump ball. Shania Johnson checking in for Zoe Pyler. Grimes gets it over to Oldiker, who's wide open, and then fakes a three over to Johnson. Johnson pulls a deep three and misses. And Katie Moore just heaves it back in, but gives it right to Jennifer Andrew. Katie Moore is having to sprint down the court as she went out of bounds. And she saw the pass coming and just barely tipped it. And now with just 9 seconds left, the inevitable has occurred, and the Falcons will lose this one 59-84. Argonauts dominating. Your final score from here at Trustmark Arena, 59-84. Stick around. Later, coming up at 4, the men face off against the West Florida Argonauts as well. My name is Aiden Golden, and we will see you back here at 4.